Hello, I would just like to solve these exam questions so that you can take a look and correct your mistakes. And if there are unclear ones, you can. But you will have the same exam questions, so I'll try to write as big as possible and hope it goes. First question is about timing. One morning Marcia works from 8:20 to 11:15, 8:20 to 11:15. There are many ways to do it, but mine is not so. Well, I'll try to break into parts. From 8:20 to 9:20, 1 hour, 9:20 to 10:20, 2 hours, right? 10:20 to 11:15, not full hour, right? So it's less than full hour. So what is this? It is 55 minutes only because it is 11:15, not 20. So it is 55 here, and then 1 hour here, and then 1 hour here. I have a shadow, I know, but so in total it is 2 hours, 55 minutes. This, of course, I just also marked the questions that you should have done in theory. This is the algebra, the basic algebra. I just need to add the same terms, like terms, which terms have, like, say, g's. So I have 7g minus g plus 2g. So 7 minus 1 is 6, plus 2 is 8g. So this, you should also have done this. Expansion, we have done enough of this. I'll make it bigger, 7x minus 8. Here what I'm doing is I'm expanding. That means I'm multiplying this number in the front by this one first, and then next by the other one. So, and then I keep the sign in between. So I have 7 times x, which is 7x, minus stays. 7 times 8 is 56. That's my answer. That is expansion. So this you also knew. This we did it in the before Christmas time. When I have 5 to the power of p divided by 5 to the power 8 is 5 to the power 13. With powers, if you remember, division meaning that if I have the same basis, 5 and 5, I look at the powers. And division, if the sign is division, if there's division, that means I am subtracting the second one from the first one. So what I say is that p minus 8 must be 13. Why do I get that? Because, again, I don't care about the base anymore. I only care about the what is in power. Of course, this is the easiest way. You cannot calculate it. If you spend time calculation, 5 to the power 13 will take a lot of time to calculate. So that's why you have to know this rule. And then here p is 21. So you should also know this one. Work out the difference between two prime numbers in the list above. Some people found the prime numbers, 17 and 41. Prime numbers meaning that they can only be divided by itself and 1. And they didn't calculate the difference. So the difference is 41 minus 17. It is 24. Okay, so you already know this one as well. I just need to find my calculator, but I'll do it now. Sequences, we did it in the beginning of the year, it's chapter 5. You should also know this one. Value of a and b. I need to look at the sequence. That means that there is a pattern. I need to find the pattern. So 13 to 9, there's a decrease. 9 to 3, there's a decrease. 3 to 5, there's a decrease. Here the decrease is 4. Here the decrease is, let's say, 6. Here it is 8. Here it is 10. Here it is, should be 12, no? So b is 15 minus 12 is minus 27. And this one is, because it should be 2, right? So it should be 2 more. 15 and minus 27. Many people get it right, it's good. Bearing of a lighthouse. Bearing is, we haven't done this, we will do it. So I'll skip at this point because we don't know it yet. let's focus on the things that we already know. This we did it recently. I think it's also right before Christmas break. This means lines of symmetry. That means if I draw lines, how many lines I can make it look like parallel. For example, if I cut it here, exactly, and then if I fold it on top of each other, this side, left side and right side, they will fall on top of each other, so that's one symmetrical line. There's another one. It will be exactly symmetrical. One thing is this line, because you'll see it exactly on these ones. And then the other thing, of course, is this one. So I have 4 lines of symmetry. An order of rotational symmetry, meaning that in how many rotations the shape looks exactly the same. So if I rotate it, like for example 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 and 360 degrees, how many times it looks the same. If there's only looks same one time, I only say it's 1. But if it looks different, like for example, if I know that if I shifted this one to this one, like if I do 90 degrees, it looks exactly the same. If I turn it 90 more, exactly the same. 90 more, exactly the same. 90 more, exactly the same. How do I know? I mean, if you're really in doubt, you can get this, remember you can get this tracing paper, baking paper, and put your pen here, and then turn it around, so you'll see it. It has 4. This is the one we do with calculators. If you know how to use calculators, this is easy, really easy. Some people might forget how to do it, but this problem is quite easy when you know how to use calculators, because if I write this one and the calculator will give same thing as decimal. Let me try. 5 to the power minus 2. Wait, 9. 5 to the power minus 2. It gives me 0.04. 1 over 27. I'll do the same. Clear. 1 over 27. It gives me 0.037. 2 over 55, I do the same. 2 over 55 is 0.036. I don't care about the rest because it already gives me good result. And this is 0.038. So there are numbers, like this is kind of 0.04 is the biggest, of course. So this is biggest. And this is smallest. And so if you convert everything to decimals, you'll do this one as well. Also, I expect to do that one. This is the factorization. In the first part, they ask us the expansion. This is the factorization. That means I need to find the common ones and put them out of bracket. So I see that y is common and y is common. So I need to open it because I see there's y squared and then y cubed. So I see that y squared, because this is actually 4 times x times. No. This is actually 4 is actually 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times x times y times y. Because 2 times 2 is 4. 4x y times y is y squared. And this is 6 is 2 times 3 times y times y times y. So what is common here? I remember I get the common ones in circle. So the 2 is common. Y is common. And I have another y which is also common. So I put them out of bracket. How? 2y squared should go out. What should stay in is here. I just leave whatever is left. 2x minus 3y. Okay? Here you go, 2 points. 2 points, 4 points. Here, 6 points. This is only about understanding which one is larger and which one is smaller number. When you see something to the power of minus 3, that means this is small, like mostly the smallest, because this has minus 3. That means you have two, like you In real, the dot moves 3 digits to the left because it's minus 1, 2, 3. It's actually 0.00521. So this is probably the smallest. I'm guessing because the rest is at least bigger. So I'm guessing this is the smallest. And the largest number is this one, because it says 10 to the power 6. 10 to the power 6, 1.36 times 10 to the power 6. It's in the millions. So actually this is 1,360,000. Okay? So you could also then this, you don't know it, but maybe even solving this question will help you. And let me solve it for you. These are called vectors. We use in geometry. Actually, they're represented in these questions. It's actually simple addition problems. I add the ones who are up to the ones who are up, and then I add or multiply or subtract the ones who are down with the downs. So a plus 3b meaning that I have this a vector, and then I have 3b vector meaning that I have 3 times this vector. So now I, of course, 3 times meaning that I need to get everything by 3. Three meaning that because it's 3 times minus 7, 3 times minus 2. Of course we will do this. It's coming. We haven't learned it, so don't worry about it. But I add these guys up, and then I add these up. So 5 minus 21 is minus 16. 2 minus 6 is minus 8. Hope I did it right. I don't know. 3b is not, this is 3. So this becomes 9. This is 2, this is 9. So this is 11. Okay? This you don't know it. Make the y subject. Subject meaning that make y alone. This comes useful when you're solving equations. If you remember, you were finding x or y or whatever the unknown is. This is also very similar to that. We are trying to make the y, this is also gives you a clue. I'll try to make y alone, and that's the only thing they ask. I don't have to find y. I can find y anyway because I have x and stuff. So I need to arrange in such a way that y is alone. Let me write it here to bigger. So I need to have y alone on one side, and that means I can either I move y on one side or I move the other things on one side. I can do both ways. Let me move the y to the other side, okay? So if I say that I do plus 2y here plus 2y here. It's not so visible, okay, well. 5x plus 7 is 2y. Am I done? Not yet. Even if I look done, I'm not done yet. Because 2y, I don't like it. I need to get rid of this coefficient in front as well. How do I do it? By dividing 2. If I divide this by 2, I'll say that y is 5x plus 7 divided by 2. Okay? So my answer is 5x plus 7 divided by 2. Maybe we haven't talked about it, but at least you know it. So now that you understood, I think you should be able to do it next time, I hope. This is one of the easy questions, exchange rate, and no one should miss it. But main focus is, that's why I wanted you to read the questions carefully. It says, give your answer correctly to the nearest dinar. Meaning that don't give me your answer as cents. Give me a full number, okay? So I still gave some points to people because I don't want to be very cruel about it. But in real exams, if you do it wrong, that means you get no points. If you write something point something, you'll get wrong. So 600 euros, and this is the exchange rate. I just need to multiply with the exchange rate. My answer is 257.4. But the full dinars, nearest full dinars is 257. This is the official answers, right? So 2 points, but really carefully, because if you don't get it right, you only get 1 point, which is sad. Don't lose points from here. You know it. This is a very simple equation. When W is blah blah blah, 10W is 70. So if 10W is 70, 10x is 70, the x is 7. Right? This is just okay, if one thing is 7 of the same thing is 70, one thing is 7 times less. 5x is 15, that means x is 3 here, right? Because simple equation solving, I need to divide everything by 5, and I get x is 3. So 12x is 12 times 3, which is 36. I hope they are visible. This one, you need to know trigonometry to do that. Because without knowing trigonometry, you cannot calculate it at all. Like, no chance. If you don't know the trigonometry, if you haven't seen it before, you can't do it. I'll do it because it's simpler, so maybe if you know it, you can recap your knowledge. This is cosine x. Cosine x is 5/8. So this is cos to the power minus 1 x, which is cos to the power reverse function. So I don't expect you to know this. This is 51.32 degrees. But this is like one step if you know the trigonometry. If you don't, you can't solve it. This I am a bit disappointed. I mentioned before the exam as well. I think you are capable of doing the simple volume questions, and I was surprised that not many people get it right. I think we also mix the surface area and then the volume and the base area, and look at this is asking us the surface area, right? Surface area meaning that all the surfaces have surfaces and all the total area coming out of that surfaces. So if the base area is 7, that means this is 7 and 1, so this is the base area, and the volume is 21. What is the volume? What is the volume of a cuboid? It is this times this base times height times length. You already know the length and base, or whether they are interchangeable depending on how it solves, but you already have 7 and 1. You don't know the third one, and then you know the result as 21. So here you can find the third one as well, which is 3. So you see that this dimension must be 3. Okay, now you know all the dimensions. It has 6 surfaces, and that means you have 6 rectangles. Okay, so I need to calculate it. So let me number the surfaces. This is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3. So number 1 area is 3 times 7, 21. Number 2, it is 7 times 1, 7 centimeters square. Number 3, it is 3 times 1, 3 centimeters square. But these are the only one side, right? Because they also have the other side, not visible side. So that means I'll just need to multiply these areas. I need to add this and multiply by 2, because I have 2 of the surface number 1. I have 2 of the surface number 2. I have 2 of the surface number 3. That's why I just add them up and then multiply. So this is 31. So the whole thing is 62 centimeters square, because 31 times 2 is 62. This is trigonometry. If you don't know it, you can't do it. There's no other way to do it. Again, calculate BC. BC is in trigonometry ABC. A square plus B square is C square. So 23.4 square plus B square is 35.1 square. From here you can find the B square, but we'll come to that. I'll skip. Compound interest, we haven't done that, but there's a simple formula. You get the money. Yeah, compound interest is the money. We show it as C times 1 plus interest rate to the power years time. Well, it looks like a gibberish, but we'll do it quite soon. So I get the 12,000 times, this is 1.056 to the power 3. $1,413. Okay, that's also a formula question, so I don't expect you to do this, but in this page, number 17. A cylindrical glass has a radius of cylindrical. Of course, this is a cylinder problem. Cylindrical glass has a radius of. Let me write it, draw it bigger. Radius of 3.6 centimeters, 11 centimeters height. Calculated the water it contains, meaning the volume. Okay, what is the volume? Volume is area times height. What is the area? Pi times r squared. Because area is this one, area of the base area times the height. So pi times 3.6 square times 11, which is pi times this is 447.86. In liters, 1 liter is 1000 centimeter cube. So I need to divide this by 1000. Divide the number here by 1000. I get 0.44 liters. This is also a challenging question, this 3 points. It looks very easy, but people sometimes only find it the cost per day and then leave it there, but this is asking the cost for remaining 11 days. So you need to watch out. Let me solve it here. Cost of hiring a car for 12 days is 167.90. And the car cost of hiring the car for the first day is 2050. Okay, so this is total cost per day. Okay, so yeah, sorry, this is asking per day. So this is a total cost. I need to remove this one, right? Because that's the first day cost. $147.4 is the cost for 11 days, but it's asking the cost per day. So that means I need to divide this by 11. It is 13.4. I don't think this is very hard because it is very straightforward. That it's just first day cost is given, next 11 days is given. So I think everyone should be doing this as well. This one is sort of easy. This is of course Friday is the day that they have most customers. Mean is average. So average of the customers, meaning that you add everything and divide by the number of days, which is 6 here. which will be 74. So you just add everything, 67 plus 75 plus 53, blah 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 blah, and find that number of the days. Kind of, you're just getting the normal average. We'll do this. If you haven't done this, so you don't know this, but yeah, we'll do it. Range of customers is range is the difference between the highest and lowest number. Lowest is 53 and highest is 94 minus 53 is your range. So it is 41 is your range. Okay? This is we need to read graphs. We need to be able to read graphs, and okay, one of these they give us some value of houses, and then the value 1996. So one of these houses in the value 1996 is $70. Only one, which is this one. So write down the value of this, and I just read from the graph because I go to 70, I read it as 140, so it says $140,000. Okay, it should be, look at this is like $140,000, so you need to write 1,000 as well. Otherwise you don't get a good result. If you only write 140, it's not enough. You need to go and you need to be careful with the value. Two more values are shown in the table. On the scatter diagram, plot these values. Plot these values meaning that you also need to put a mark on this one. So, in 1996 it was 40. I'll go on this line. 1996 value is 40. Go on this line. And the 2060 value is 80. So 40 and 80. They cross at this point. Okay? And the 1996 is 80. And new price is 150. So I go to 140 and it is about here. Okay? Now I'm good. So I just need to put these points in here, which is also 1 point. Best fit. As I mentioned before, the best fit is the one collecting them as many points as possible. Meaning that you don't have to go cross from 0. You may, but you don't have to cross from 0. You just need to collect as many points as possible. For example, this is fine. This is a good best fit. Again, you don't have to touch 0. There's no requirement about that. And from your best fit, that's the purpose of, because you need it for the next question. From the best fit, I need to estimate the value because it's not given there. There is no. This is actually very useful, a real life graph, because again, you don't have the data for every price, right? You don't have the houses for every price, so you just need to estimate the price by, and you need to use some sort of help measure, and your best fit is your help measure. So a house had a value in 50,000 in 1996. I go here and estimate the value. Okay, how I estimate is I go to my best fit line and I read it there from there. So my best fit line, my estimate is $100,000. Again, I put the 100,000 as well. If you read something more, like 105,000, I don't know, 10,000 or 95,000, that's fine. Because that's the beauty of best fit. You don't get an exact result. You get about. You probably get as closer result. Last one. Without using a calculator, how will I understand if you use your calculator or not? If you put your calculator, you'll get the direct result anyway, so it's not fun. Let me try. 2 over 3, no, okay. 2 over 3 minus 1 over 12. I get the answer as 7 over 12 anyway in my calculator, so if I write only 7 over 12, you don't get any points. You need to show your work as well. Here, if you remember, let me write it bigger. For me to be able to work with these, I need to have the denominators common, meaning that 3 and 12 should be common. So either I need to expand one of these or simplify one of these. Of course, I cannot simplify anything here, so that means I need to expand this one. And 3, if I expand this by 4, if I multiply this by 4, this whole fraction by 4, I'll get something as 2 times 4 is 8 over 12 is my new value, and then I have this as it is, which is 1 over 12. So I have, you see, now I can work with them. The downstairs, the denominators stay same. The numerators I subtract. So 7 minus 1 is 8 over, 8 minus 1 is 7 over 12. See, actually it is easy for 2 points. Next one, last one, is a bit more complicated. I'll show you 3 over 7 divided by 5 over 14. Here, while dividing, I need to be careful because when full numbers are involved, I don't divide 3 and 4 right away because it gets me to do mistakes. I know some of you already know how you just turn it upside down, like in the division. But if you have full numbers in front, that makes it very difficult. You can just not put it upside down because it changes things. It changes the value of the fraction. So you shouldn't do that. That's the tricky part. That's the kind of trap for you, okay? I need to deal with the numbers in front first. This means I have 3 full and then 3 over 7. That means I have 7 over 7 plus 7 over 7 plus 7 over 7 plus 3 over 7. Meaning that I have 24 over 7. Okay, this is the value of equivalent to 3 times 3 over 7. And the 4 times 4 over 15 is actually 14 over 14, 14 over 14, and 5 over 14. You can of course use your calculator at this stage, right? Because if you're adding the same things, but 61 over 14, which is the same as 4 times 5 over 14. Now you can use this 24 over 7 divided by 61 over 14. Now, as you know, in the division we turn it upside down, so we can do 24 over 7 times upside down, right? 14 over 61. So this, if you can, you also need to simplify as well. So I'll do the simplification within, if I do like this, 48 over 61. Okay, this is the final answer. Hope you did it. Hope you get it.